you want to catch a glimpse of the future for a given industry, sometimes you have to go what we call off the tape and check out what's happening with the smaller, more nimble, privately held companies that are often leading the way. Take the liquor business. Right now, there's enormous demand for tastier flavored versions of hard liquor that are basically kind of like prefabricated mixed drinks. We've seen this in the brand extensions from the major players, companies like Brown-Forman, Beam, Diageo. But if you really want to understand this trend, let me introduce you to Agave Loco, the privately held company that makes RumChata, a creamy liqueur that's a blend of rum, Wisconsin dairy cream, and flavors like cinnamon and vanilla. After launching in 2009, RumChata has exploded in popularity, thanks in part to Agave Loco's success at promoting the product via social media. It's now growing like a weed, and as of this past April, they sold their millionth case of RumChata. Is this the future of the liquor industry? Let's take a closer look with Tom Maas. Tom is a 35-year veteran of the spirits business, who's the CEO of Agave Loco, as well as being the founder and, yes, master blender of RumChata. Mr. Maas, welcome to me, buddy.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
All right, let's cut right to the chase. I'm running the bar at Bar San Miguel, my place.
Yes.
And I don't know, out of nowhere, I'm hearing people saying, hey, you have RumChata. And then my fabulous makeup person, Patty, says, do you like RumChata? Guy in Summit says, hey, have you heard about RumChata? This all happens within a span of about maybe 2 weeks. How does this happen? How do you become part of the consciousness?
Well, the first thing I have to ask is the salesman, do you have RumChata in your bar now?
No, not yet. You know, it's kind of new.
We'll send a salesman in. We'll send a salesman. Well, RumChata is a brand that's been out for, will be 5 years in October. It was a brand I invented in my kitchen. I was retired and was looking for a
you retired from the liquor business.
Retired from Jim Beam after 18 years with them. And I was going to produce, I was bored. I was going to produce a liquor brand, get the trademark, get the formula, and sell it off to one of the big guys. My wife talked to me and said, everybody that drinks this stuff loves it. You should keep it for ourselves. So we did, and it's been that way ever since. We put our own factory up. We started with one person in a bedroom on a Macintosh computer doing all the work.
So this is the kind of American success story everybody loves. How many people now work for Agave Loco?
We have 20 people.
Okay.
We don't have any employees because as we started, we didn't have any infrastructure.
Right.
Didn't want to invite it. We would hire people. I'll get 50% of your time here, 80% of your time here. So I have 20 consultants that work for me now, from bookkeepers to sales to administrative help. Because we've gone from nothing, zero revenue 5 years ago. We'll do $75 million this year.
75 million?
Yeah, yeah.
Holy cow. Now, where's the advertisement for RumChata?
We really don't advertise. We just started to advertise in some of the big People magazines, those type of things. We do a lot of work on YouTube, but social media has been phenomenal for us.
Okay, when you say social media, Facebook. All right, so what happens in Facebook? How does it work? Crack the code for us.
Well, from the start, my brother's very tech savvy. He said, you got to get your brand on Facebook 5 years ago. I didn't know how to do it. He said, just go on there and figure it out. So I went on, put our page up, okay? I was my first like on Facebook. What I found out was, as a 35-year marketer, was it's my opportunity to talk directly to a consumer.
Right.
And interact with that consumer about, why do you like RumChata? What's this? What's that? And it's been phenomenal for us. Now, we don't have the most likes because we don't go out and solicit likes artificially. We get them organically. And every one of the people that have liked our page likes our brand and talks to us all the time. And to this day, I still read all the Facebook posts because that's where we get our best ideas. For example, serial shooters. Okay?
Serial shooters.
Serial shooters. We found out that people were mixing RumChata. They take RumChata and Jack Daniel's honey whiskey, mix it together and call it Honey Nut Cheerios. They would take RumChata and a chocolate liqueur and put it together and call it Count Chocula. And they were drinking out of regular shot glasses. We said, what if we created our own little cereal bowls?
Brilliant. Well, let's have some RumChata while we're talking.
We definitely will.
One of the things that I also heard is RumChata and Fireball is the way it was.
Yes. Well, our brand was actually doing very, very well, and then all of a sudden, Fireball and RumChata became the hottest
That
shot.
Wasn't your idea?
Wasn't our idea.
So in other words, the customers themselves
came back and said,
drink.
The bartenders came back and said, we think this is a phenomenal drink. They started to promote it, and the consumers loved it. So
now, one of the things that I find incredible is that you mentioned to me that you were thinking about selling this brand after you came up with it.
Yep. I had no intention of really. By the way, I want to show you how easy it's to mix. I'm not using a jigger. It mixes so well with coffee. All you got to do is put it about 3-to-1 coffee to RumChata. We'll stir it up a bit. And this is to your point about trends, Jim.
Yeah.
What's the hottest thing in McDonald's and Starbucks is everybody walks around with an iced coffee, right?
Exactly right.
Do you like iced coffee?
I love it.
This is going to be the best iced coffee you ever had in your life.
Bottoms up, my friend. Tom,
Isn't that phenomenal?
this is a total winner, as you are, and as you give hope to so many of our viewers that have an idea. They mix it up, they run with it, and then they hit the home run like you have. Okay, that's Tom Maas. He's the CEO of Agave Loco, and he, of course, is the master blender of the drink that Patty, my makeup person, introduced me to, and that I am now a solid citizen of, RumChata. Mad Money's back after the break.